Hello, everyone. I am Dudu. The quality of marriage is not in the love in the circle of friends, but in the bits and pieces of daily life, especially in the 10 minutes before going to bed. Whether a couple does the following things before going to bed at night can show the quality of the current marriage and determine how far the marriage can go. 1. Do you chat before going to bed? My friend Jasmine realized that there was a problem in her marriage with her husband after she found that the two of them were speechless before going to bed. In the past, the couple would lie in bed, watching TV and gossiping. Even if one person was watching TV and the other was swiping the phone, they would chat about some family matters, talk about the hard work of the day, talk about the news of the day, talk about the plot of the TV series, and talk about the jokes in the short video. Although most of them are some insignificant gossip, one of the two is willing to say and the other is willing to listen. In the sharing and response between you and me, you can feel the care and concern of the other party. But later, the activities before going to bed became to people back to back, each swiping their own mobile phones. When they were tired of brushing, they went to sleep separately without any extra gossip, let alone any emotional communication. Occasionally, Jasmine would bring up the topic, but after a few words, the man would say, "I'm sleepy, I want to go to sleep." Over time, Jasmine was no longer willing to take the initiative to speak. Marriage is never maintained by false prosperity and romance, but is reflected in every bit of care. What maintains the warmth of feelings is never skills, but attitude. As long as you are willing to speak, you are expressing your care and concern for each other. Not speaking and not sharing is also a kind of harm. Listening is part of love. When you love someone, you will definitely be willing to listen to the other person's voice. The so-called happiness is to find someone who is willing to listen to your nonsense and spend the rest of your life together. 2. Can you resolve your emotions before going to bed? Mr. Lim Yat said, "There is no couple in the world who doesn't quarrel. If you don't quarrel, you will lose your humanity." However, if quarreling is an art, the most feared thing when a couple quarrels is not the quarrel, but the fact that neither of them is willing to bow their heads and then go to sleep with emotions, turning the original small things into big things, and turning things that could have been solved with 1 or 2 words into a cold, warned indifference. The neighbor's elder brother only realized the way to get along with his wife after 20 years of marriage. Whenever the two of them had a quarrel, the elder brother would definitely choose to deal with it coldly. As a result, the more he avoided it, the more hysterical his wife became. Often, because of little thing, the two of them would have a cold war for more than a week. Over time, the number of times increased, and the elder brother himself felt uncomfortable. After all, no one wants to live in a depressing family atmosphere. Later, he learned to deal with the day's affairs on the same day. No matter what conflicts he had with his wife during the day, he would reconcile with his wife before going to bed at night. Gradually, the two of them formed a tacit understanding that they would never let a problem go overnight. Even if it was just temporarily put aside, they would deal with their bad emotions at night and then sleep next to each other. After getting used to it, the Cold War disappeared unknowingly, and the relationship between the two was better than before. When a couple quarrels, they quarrel at the head of the bed and make up at the foot of the bed. No matter how big the matter is, they quarrel and reconcile on the same day. This is not only the management wisdom of marriage, but also the expression of true love. After all, anger hurts the body. It is difficult to fall asleep with emotions. Tossing and turning not only affects the body, but also affects the relationship. The couple who can really be happy for a long time must be the couple who are willing to say, "Let's stop quarreling, okay?" after the quarrel that day and can still hold hands and fall asleep. The success of a marriage depends on two people, and one person can make it fail. How long a marriage can last and how happy it can be often depends on the little things in life and how you end it every night. Do you have a little chat about homely things in your inner thoughts so that each other can get into each other's hearts? Do you have the courage to not let the conflict go overnight and face the problem and solve it? No matter how hard or tired you are willing to hug each other first and then say, "I am here." Those little bits of time before going to bed may seem insignificant, but they are actually the thermometer of your relationship.